Hi everyone, welcome to Chilling with Ali and Mali. Okay, I'm giving everyone some time to log on. Okay, it's now 7 o'clock. Last week we did taking care of your health. That was our topic for last week. And I have a new topic this week, which is removing toxic situation from your life. Alright, so everyone here, let me try and get this thing together. Okay, so let's get into our Chit Chat Wednesday. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining our live, our Chit Chat Wednesday live. All right, before I start, remember to give your girl a thumbs up, a like, and remember to subscribe to my channel if you are new. Yes, and we're here to chit chat and to just have a wonderful evening. All right, so that is our main aim, is to just have fun on my channel. All right, so as I said before, thank you for joining my Chit Chat Wednesday. So my topic for this week will be removing toxic situation from your life. All right, so we're all here to communicate, to discuss, to talk, and to keep our little chit chat going. Alright, so I'm looking to see who I have on my live. Building Across Jesus says hi. Thank you for joining. Building Across Jesus. Charlene says hi guys. Thank you for joining. Hi Inspiring Charm. Thank you for joining. Remember everyone, as you come, give me a thumbs up and to comment and let me know that you are here. Inspiring Charm, you know, I tagged you in a makeup challenge. I hope you watch that one and you will see what it's all about. I am doing great. How are you? Alright, so I guess everyone is coming on. I have Inspiring Charm, Building Across, and Charlene on my live now. Alright, so as I stated earlier, that my topic will be removing toxic situation from your life. Right? Come on, we all have some toxic situation in which we want to remove from our life. Right? Somehow I received a call just now, sorry about that. So we all have toxic situation in which we want to remove from our life. Right? Yes, we do. Inspiring Charm say yes, we do. Alright, so before I get into it, I'm just going to give you a definition of what is somehow I'm continually getting a call, sorry about that. Okay, so what is the definition of toxic? It is just poison, something harmful or unpleasant, something that is not needed for your body. It's not needed in your body. So anything that is harmful needs to come out, right? Anything that is toxic, which is unpleasant, needs to come out. You cannot have something in your body in which you know is harmful and you're welcoming it, you're keeping it there, and you're hugging it. No, you don't want that to happen. So you want to get rid of toxic situations. Yes, You breaking up? I am breaking up. Sorry about that. My phone keeps on ringing. Right? I am so sorry about that. Alright, so as I stated earlier, am I still breaking up, Charm? You're hearing me perfectly? Everyone hearing me? Let me know if you're hearing me, if I'm still breaking up, so I can fix the problem before I get going. Alright, so as I stated before, we don't want to welcome anything that is harmful to our body or to our lifestyle into our everyday thing. Alright, so we want to get rid of those stuff out of our life. Unpleasant, poisonous, something that is not good for our body. So we want to get that out. Alright, so first, before you actually get rid of your toxic lifestyle, you have to identify the situation which is toxic. What is toxic in our lives, right? So you cannot just attack something or say you're going to get rid of something without finding out what exactly it is. So you have to find out, what is the toxic situation in my life? Is it a friend? Is it a boyfriend? Is it a husband? Is it a job? Is it just something you eat on a daily basis, something you drink? It depends. Having a toxic lifestyle doesn't mean someone, a person. No, it can be different stuff. All right, so you have to identify the situation which is a toxic situation in your life before you can try and get it out of your life. Am I right? Everyone agreeing with me? Let me know. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking? So you cannot get rid of something unless you do not know what it is and you're trying to get rid of something. So in order for you to get rid of something, you have to find out what is the thing, right? So when you find out or you identify the toxic situation in your life, then you will go ahead, proceed, and then you will try and get rid of that, right? So after that is, you can find out the next step is to get rid of it. So you identify what it is, then you are going to try and get rid of the situation, right? Because nobody wants to be eating, let me say, something like something poisonous, and you want to eat that every day, and you know that, guess what, it's not going to kill you today, tomorrow, but eating it for 1 year, then it's going to cause some problem. I never remember to turn off my notifications, so let me try and turn off this notification. So I will be back in a few. Give me a minute. Alright, so I turned off my notification because it's kind of annoying. I never remember to do that before I actually get into this video. It's annoying when I'm doing the video and the notification is coming on from WhatsApp, from everywhere. So I do apologize about that. JM family, good evening. Good evening, JM family. Thank you for joining my live. Alright, so I stated earlier that my topic for today is removing toxic situation from your lifestyle. Alright, so we're talking about, you don't want to welcome something in your body in which you know will damage you or will hurt you over a period of time. As I said before, it won't hurt you now, it won't hurt you tomorrow, or it won't hurt you the next day. But eventually, it's leading up to failure. It's not good for you, so you want to get rid of that out of your situation before you crash, or before it hurts you, or before it even allow you to lose your one soul. All right, so we do not want to welcome something in our body which is not good. All right, so what we do, we try our best and get rid of it out of our life. Right? So the next one is you have to you have to be firm. It says you have to be firm with your decision making, right? When you're going to decide what you're going to take out, you have to be firm, because you have some people in your life, and they themselves know that they're toxic, and they decide that they don't want to come out. You know that they're toxic, but somehow you're holding on to them. You don't want to let them go. Right? So you have to be firm when you're making your decision to remove toxic situation from your life. So you be firm. You decide that, hey, I'm going to get rid of this toxic situation out of my life. So I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to be persistent. I'm going to be determined. I'm going to be firm that, guess what? It is going to come out. And it's going to come out today. So if you find out that something is toxic, and you are trying to hold on to it, you say, oh, I'm going to get rid of it tomorrow, right? I'm going to get rid of it the next day. Then guess what? It's not going to come out. You're not going to lose it. You're going to still be in that toxic situation. So guess what? You have to be firm. I am going to get rid of it, and I'm going to get rid of it today. So you decide that you're going to get rid of it now. It's no longer going to be in your life. Right? So you're going to get rid of the toxic situation today. So you have to be firm, because if you are not firm, then you are not going to do what you're supposed to do. The person who is toxic will come, and that person will twist the situation and try and allow you to not remove him or her, or the particular situation, the particular problem, anything that is toxic. Right? So you have to decide that you're going to remove it, and you're going to remove it now. Right? You have to be firm. It's like when you have your dad, and when you're young and you want to do some things, but because, daddy is there, daddy is firm, and daddy say you're not going to no party, guess what? You cannot go to the party, You cannot go to the party because guess what? Daddy is firm. Daddy says no, so it is no. I remember when I was growing up, and all my sisters and brothers can attest to this. Charlene said there are so many toxic things in our lives that we think is adding value. Yes, toxic situation is not adding anything. It is subtracting, but you're not seeing it. Right? You are not seeing the situation which is toxic. So you believe that it is adding value, wherein it is not. It is taking it away. It's deteriorating, right? And you believe that it is adding. So my dad used to be this firm dad, He used to be so strict and so firm that you cannot go to there, you cannot go there, you cannot go there. We actually grew up going to church daily, rallies, crusade. Those are the stuff in which he allowed us to go to. I used to go to my high school, and I couldn't attend a fete or a fair, because guess what? I have a very firm father, strict dad, right? So guess what? Because he is firm, when he says no, it is no. You cannot twist it or go around it or go over it or try and do something else, because guess what? His answer is no, right? It is no. Yes, so guess what, guys? If you do not know anyone in my life, go ahead and connect and just have fun. Charm, so let's connect, of course. So he used to be so strict that when he says no, it is a no. Remember, guys, to share the live and allow persons to come in, and to just let us be a family and just have fun. So you have to be firm with your decision making. So if you say you're going to take out the toxic relationship, or the toxic lifestyle, or the toxic friend, or the toxic job today, you should do it today. Do not wait until the next day, because the next day will just have something closer, and you won't want to let it go, even though you know that it is toxic. right? So you have to decide and to be firm with your decision making, or else you won't get anywhere, and you will always cling to that toxic situation, which is just taking away the value, as what Charlene said. It's not adding anything, so let it go. We know it's hard. Let it go. It can be a marriage. Let it go. Right? You let that go. I am going to talk about marriage a little bit in this topic, but I'm just going to wait a little bit. Alright? It says, don't save a situation that's preventing you from growing. You do not want to be in something toxic, which is not allowing you to grow. Right? Toxic means it is keeping you, it's allowing you to be weak. It's allowing you to just be sad. That is toxic. So you don't want to have it in your situation. You want to remove it. Right? So people, let me know if you're here, and remember to share the live and let persons come in, and we can just be a family and just, connect and greet each other and be friends. Right? So you don't want to keep something that is preventing you from growing. No. Right? It is not a job. Toxic situation is not a job. You have your job and you want to keep your job. So guess what? You push for that job. You do everything to try and keep that job. Because guess what? The job is your bread and butter. The job provides for you. The job allows you to have a roof over your head, shoes on your feet, clothes, and food to eat. Right? A toxic situation is nothing of great value. Right? It is nothing of great value. It is not a job. So let go. It is not a job. It's not something that is paying you. It is something that is taking it away. Charlene says, sometimes people will find it hard to let go of toxic situation. Whereas if a toxic person, of course, they don't want to let go of it. They're clinging to it. Do not cling to something which is toxic, because it is not good. Right? And we all want to grow, so we don't want to keep anything toxic. Inspiring Charm said, remember to give the host a thumbs up. Yes, guys, remember to give me a thumbs up when you come. Thank you, Inspiring Charm. Give me a thumbs up when you come. And if you're not friends with me, do so. And I will return maybe a day after or two. I won't do it today because of my life. Okay? Inspiring Charm said, Building Across says, that's true, hard to let go. It is so hard to let go. Next one, do not be Miss Nicey Nicey. You do not want to be nicey nicey with the toxic relationship or the toxic problem, toxic situation. Right? Charm said they get used to their current. Of course, you get used to it. You don't want to be Miss Nicey Nicey. No. You don't want to be Miss Nicey Nicey. Charlene and Building Across, remember to share me out. Share me out to your family and let they come on, alright? You don't want to be Miss Nicey Nicey when you're letting go a toxic situation. Miss Nicey Nicey means, oh, I don't want this to hurt this person's feelings, I want to let go, but I don't want to hurt this person's feelings. So guess what? May I go wait because I am Miss Nicey Nicey. No, Miss Nicey Nicey and toxic doesn't work. Right? You have to be aggressive. That's something I have actually learned to do. I wasn't aggressive. I used to be, but not so aggressive. But you have to learn to be aggressive. You cannot be too Miss Nicey Nicey. Right? Because guess what? If you're too Miss Nicey Nicey, that's not going to work. And you're going to be afraid to let go of a current situation. So Miss Nicey Nicey, don't cut it. You cannot be Miss Nicey Nicey. And I'm speaking to a lot of persons. I'm speaking to myself. We cannot be Miss Nicey Nicey when we're in a toxic situation for years. Some person might be in it for a day. Some persons are in it for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. And they do not want to let go because guess what? They're afraid of hurting someone. Because guess what? We need to know. Toxic persons are not helping you. They are hurting you just the same. Right? Fiona says, hey guys, just joining. Thank you for joining. Fiona, thank you. Thank you for joining. Right? So you don't want to keep toxic situation. They're not helping you. So let go of the toxic situation. You cannot be Miss Nicey Nicey, Miss Nicey Nicey. Don't cut it. In this time and age, Miss Nicey Nicey doesn't cut it. Yeah, it's good to have a little bit about you, but when it comes on to toxic people, toxic situation, toxic lifestyle, Miss Nicey Nicey doesn't cut it. So you want to not be a Miss Nicey Nicey. Toxic relationship are killers. Fiona says toxic relationship are killers. Of course, they are killers and they're not helping you. They're killing you, they're not building you. Right? So let us not be Miss Nicey Nicey when we are trying to hold on to toxic problems. No, it doesn't help. Right? And last week we talked about healthy lifestyle. And you cannot have a healthy lifestyle if you are toxic. Healthy and toxic are the opposite. Toxic, healthy. Right? Bad, healthy. It doesn't work. So you cannot have a healthy lifestyle and you're thinking that you're going to cling to toxic. No. So remove toxic and then you will have healthy. Alright, so we get down into further things. Alright, so it says that know that when it's done, it's done. When it is done, it's done. You lose all your ear. Inspired Jarman, you know about that. Hi CD TV, thank you for joining. Remember to give me a thumbs up. Yes, give me a thumbs up. And we have persons here in which you don't know. Go ahead and join and make friends. Fiona says it's important to have self-worth. Be balanced. Give others a safe space in your life. But spend time on you. That's what we spoke about last week. Fiona, spend time on you so you cannot have persons in your life which are not good. Alright? Yes, like and share. Thank you, CD TV. Thank you for joining. And we're talking about toxic situation, removing toxic situation from your life. Alright, so we say now that know when it is done. It is done. Right? So guess what? After going through all the process that I just said before, you have to know that when it is done, it is done. You don't want to reach to the end and then you say, all right, it's done. And then you're wondering in your head if, oh, it never done. No, if it is done, it is done. Right? When you're finished with something, you finish, you eat your meal, it done. You cannot get back the food because guess what? The food is done. All right. Shireen says, blessing everyone. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for joining my life, everyone. Welcome to our Chit Chat Wednesday. We're trying to do this every Wednesday for us to come together as a family and to just make friends and to just chit chat, you know, because sometimes we don't get time to really sit and to just chat. So that's what we do on our Chit Chat Wednesday. If you have a topic and you want to come and to just help me, you can tell me and we can do a little discussion. All right. So that's what we do on our Chit Chat Wednesday. We meet each other and we have a wonderful time. All right. So it says, close the door when it is done. It is done. You get the key, you close it, and you throw away that key. Right? If you want to bury the key, you bury the key, and then guess what? You don't left no mark. So it can show you where you bury the key. So when your conscience are running at you and you want to go back, go run for the key. Like when you're in some relationship and you break your relationship, but you're in it so long that you want to go back. All when you tell the person, say done, you want to go back and get back that relationship. No. Right? Toxic, you're done, you're done. When you are done, you are done. So you get the key, you lock it off. You get, even if you find one, if it's for you to find a grinder that grinds key, so you don't have any key to open back that situation. So when it is done, it is done. Throw away the key and don't look back. When you eat your food, the food is gone, down. The only way you can see it if it's coming through where it should come through. Right? You cannot get back that plate of food because it's done. Right? So when it is done, it is done. So do not try and get back your toxic situation when it is done. When you almost reach through everywhere and you say, oh, it's finalized, getting rid of it, and then you want to go and get back it. No. When it is done, it is done. Prayer and inspiration from praying. Yes, it says, what is today's topic? Welcome, prayer and inspiration. Our topic is removing toxic situation from your life. Right? Removing toxic situation from your lifestyle. Right? Remember to give me a like and to share me out to your friends, to your family, and let us just have a wonderful time, do a little chit chat, and to just make friends and grow together as a family. Right? So I am speaking on removing toxic situation from your life. So if you have something to say, you drop your little thought and I will pick it up and we will have our discussion. Damian says, Flavor checking in from Jamaican Mixmaster channel. Hey Mixmaster, welcome. Thank you for joining our live. Today's topic is removing toxic situation from your life. Alright, so that's what we're speaking on and we're getting down to it. Thank you for joining. Remember to give me a like and to share me out to your friends and to your family. Alright, invite other persons to come and to let us be one family. Alright, so when a toxic situation is done, it is done. So you close the door, you throw away the key, and you do not look back. Don't look back, because if you look back, you will want to go back in that situation. People, guess what? You see, when you're in a situation for years and it is something bad, you kind of get used to it and it becomes your norm, Even though it is not good for you, it becomes your norm. It becomes your regular for you to be in a poisonous situation. Same like some persons are in abusive relationship for years. And guess what? They get used to the beating and the verbal abuse and certain stuff that it becomes their daily lifestyle. If the man don't hit them or don't tell them some words which hurt, they don't feel like the relationship is going. So guess what? You have to remove those stuff. Yes, Shireen says, knowing our worth will allow us to leave any situation that does not add value to our lives. Of course, you have to know. If it's not adding, it is subtracting. And you don't want anything in your life that's subtracting, right? Because that's not healthy. That's not good for you. Right? So some persons are in a relationship for years, 10 years, 15 years, and because they get used to a lot of toxic stuff there, you mentally, you ever hear they talk about mental slavery? Hi, yes, creator, thank you for joining. Remember to give me a thumbs up, give me a like, and share me out to your friends, right? So you're in this situation for years that you become you're mental slave, you're in mental slavery, that your mind is telling you that it's okay when you know that it is not. It is not, it is not good. But your mind, because you're in it for years, your mind is telling you that it is okay. Mental slavery, right? So guess what? We don't want to go into mental slavery, because mental slavery is like, it's worse than when somebody hold your hand together. Guess what? At least you can try and get rid out of when somebody tie you up with some rope. But when you're in your mental slavery, it's hard to come out. When you're in mental slavery, it's hard to come out. Building Across says, remember to give me a thumbs up. It is hard to come out of a mental situation, hard. But when you're in one way wherein you're tied up, you can get yourself out, because you can be flexible and pull yourself out, right? So you want to get rid of, Fiona says, on the flip side, though prissy, some ladies don't know their worth, and as it's never thought to them. So a man comes in and make them feel special, it's hard for them to leave that abusive space. That is true. That is true. Tyrone Harvey said, loving the discussion. Thank you for joining. Remember to give me a like, give me a thumbs up. Right? Inspiring Charm said it goes back to the home. That's what I was about to say, Inspiring Charm. As parents, or as persons who are leading a household, you have to learn to teach your kids. Let them know what is right from what is wrong, what is healthy from what is not healthy, right? You have to keep your household intact, because you are the ones who are paving the way for the kids, and if you are not doing that, you are failing, right? So you have to take charge of the household and let the kids know what is right from what is wrong. Let them know what is toxic from what is healthy, right? Mommy and daddy should not be cursing. Mommy and daddy should not be fighting every day. You know, you're gonna have tea and two little words, you know, but do not let your kids see it. Certain stuff they should not see, because when they're growing or when they get big, they're gonna think that it's okay. The boys will feel that it's okay for them to beat the kids, right? And then they're gonna do the same thing. When them get big, they will beat their wife. When they grow up, they will tell their wife something. They will live in a song. Every day they go to bar and they drink themselves to death. Because guess what? That is toxic too. Remember, toxic doesn't mean prayer of inspiration. Inspiration said it also affects the children when they grow up thinking it's okay. Of course, Brissette says teach the children to value themselves. Yes, right? So you don't want them to, when they grow up, they live in a particular lifestyle and think that it's okay. No. Some of them, because they see their daddy are not in the home, and when daddy get paid, daddy go to bar every time get paid. Go to bar every time get paid and don't carry any money to mommy. So guess what? When them get big, they do the same thing. As they get their pay, they turn to the bar and then buy themselves and then drink themselves in them sorrow. Right? So that is also toxic situation. It is not just a relationship, you know. So many things are toxic. Right? Because guess what? We feel as parents, or we feel as the adult in the home. Charlene said true, the family that has an important role, and some of them are failing, of course. Inspiring Charm said thanks Doc. That's what Kia says last week. Thanks Doc. Sometimes, you know, you have to use your wisdom, use your knowledge and your understanding. That's what God gave us for. God no give you wisdom, knowledge and understanding to just sit down and to just look like dummy. No. When you go, you get understanding, and you go and you get knowledge. Right? Bill Across says so true. Fiona says this is where godly lifestyle is important. Teach the kids to know God. Of course, you have to teach them to know God. He says that from a child who has known the scripture, which are to make you wise. Right? When you know them from a child, you will continue to do them. You won't turn from them. So you teach the child. CDTV say, what is cause of that sorrow that they are trying to drink themselves out of? Anything can cause it, because guess what? Their parents did it, and they're used to their parents doing it, so they do it too, because guess what? Nobody is there to help them. Nobody is there to help them, so they continue on with the generational curse. Right? Shereen said, great topic. Lovely discussion. Thank you, Shereen. Donette, thank you for joining. Remember to give me a like. Give me a thumbs up. Good evening. Best everyone. Thank you for joining, guys. Remember to share me out and make friends. Yes. So guess what? Because they're used to that growing up, they adapt and they do the same thing. No, you don't want that, because you don't want to live in a toxic situation for years and years and years. We all know that we have been through some toxic stuff, you know. We all have been through toxic stuff. So anyone says that they have never been in that situation is lying. It's when you decide your mind that you're coming out, that's when you're strong. Being in it is okay, right? But guess what? When it's not okay, you know, but sometimes you are in it and you have to get yourself out. So let me correct myself, it is not okay. But when you decide that you're coming out, that's when you're grown. That's when you're taking charge of your life and you're doing something great, right? Fiona says, generational curse. Of course. And you don't want that to take over your family or yourself. So try and break yourself from generational curse. Donna said, parents fail, spare the rod and spoil the child. Right? You have to beat the pitney man. Yes, some people say do not beat the kids. But if the kids are wrong, you have to touch them with the belt. Touch them with your hands. Do not abuse them, but you have to touch them. Right? CD says, what is a toxic situation that is waiting at home they are trying to avoid? What are they trying to avoid? So many stuff. Oh my God, so many stuff. Right? A lot of stuff they're trying to avoid. Them and their wife, as they go into the bed, problems start, so they don't want to go. They stay at the bar and drink, because guess what? Wife you ask them that, wife you kids, maybe they can't take the pressure. Some persons cannot take pressure, you know. Maybe it's simple, but some persons cannot take pressure. A simple little stuff will cause someone to tick, right? Because you are not strong emotionally, mentally, or physically. So we have to get ourselves strong. So when stuff comes on us, we can stand. Right? We can stand. And that comes around God, because God is the center and God is our strength. So when you know God, then you will have strength. Am I right? Right? When you know God, you will have strength and you will know what is right from what is wrong. All right. So yes, Fiona says, CD, no man is an island. Reach out to someone. Of course, reach out to someone. When you're going through someone, you reach out to someone. Let someone help you, because sometimes you cannot help yourself because you're not strong. So you need someone to help you, right? Ask for help. Someone is there to listen, you know, someone is there, not everyone. We talked about that last week. When we say you have some persons who you tell some stuff, and guess what, they go and tell the world. But guess what, not everyone is like that. Because of your past situation, you're afraid of talking. Talk to someone. Let someone help you and get out of that situation. Right? I go further down and it says, teach that toxic situation like a breakup. Treat that toxic situation like a breakup. Right? Yes, man, you need, you want to live for years. So guess what? Treat it like a relationship you want to live for years. You're in a relationship in which you want to get out of. Charlie says so true, because sometimes the home life is very toxic. Yes, Sherry says, those of us who are not strong enough to get out of a situation will need someone to help. Of course, you will want someone to help. So you try and find someone. So treat a toxic situation in which you want to get out of, like a relationship in which you want to get out of from years, like a breakup, right? So you have a situation, or you're in a relationship for years, and you finally get out of the relationship, you break up. Guess what? You don't want to go back in. Every time you see the person, your head starts swell, because guess what? You hate the person with a passion, right? When you see the person, it's like you just want to hump the person, because guess what? The person you dislike, right? So guess what? You treat the toxic situationship like a breakup you want to live for years, right? I've been in a relationship, and I'm not going to lie, I've been in a relationship for 5 years, and that situation I know was not good for me, but guess what? Somehow I was trying to cling on to it. So guess what? I'm talking from experience, right? See, the TV say, when you reach out to someone, then you hear that you are having relation with someone else, and so the toxic oh geez, that's true, you know. When you reach out to someone, somebody else will go and talk, and then guess what? You hear say you and that person in a something, and then it will continue. That's why sometimes you pray to the good God, and He will give you direction, right? So treat that toxic situation like a relationship in which you want to get out of. You break up. Sabrina says hello Sabrina, thank you for joining. Remember to give me a like. Give me a like and give me a thumbs up, right? So treat that toxic situation like a breakup. You get, hey, have you ever been in a relationship and you and that person break up, and you just hate, God say you must hate, you know, but when you just see that the person, you dislike the person, you don't want to think about the person, you don't want to see the person, right? I'm going to sip something. Yes guys, I have my little beer here sipping our Jamaican cool beer. Yeah, so treat it like a breakup. Chevelle Blackburn says, real talk, thank you. Give me a thumbs up, Chevelle. Thank you for joining. CDTV says, the rum bottle can't carry news. True. Oh no. The rum bottle can't carry news, but the rum bottle can cause so many stuff, right? It can cause a lot of problem. So guess what? Go drink cranberry juice, because the cranberry juice bottle can't carry news also. The water bottle cannot carry news. Alright? So guess what? Steve McAlpin says, anything, thank you for joining, Steve. Anything that is toxic needs to be dealt with sometimes. Family grown seems comfortable even when there is discomfort. The fear of the unknown cripples, but might be the best things you need. Of course, thank you for joining, Steve McAlpin. Of course, he's speaking the truth. Right? So we have to look into those stuff in order for us to get rid of those toxic situations. Cranberry can't down sorrow. Oh, guess what? It can, tip a little bit of something in it and go to your sleep and calm your nerves. Alright, yes. Inspiring charm is cracking you up, don't it? Yes. So guess what? Treat it like a relationship, a breakup in which you want to get out of for years. Right? Of course, prayer can. So you want to get rid of it for years. So guess what? You're not going back. Right? You dislike the person so much that when you see the person, all things just coming like it is. Because guess what? You don't want to see the person. CDTV says, see, all has to go back to the room. CD, you look like you love your rum, It looks like you love your rum. Alright, so let us get back into it. So we don't want to hold on to thin here, right? Because that's not leading you anywhere. You hold on to it, you're gonna fall. You're gonna drop and you're gonna break somewhere. And you don't want that to happen. So try your best to try and get rid of your toxic situation. Canberry can join it. You pour it hard enough. Jareen said no. I like how you guys are communicating and you're keeping my life active. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Alright, removing toxic situation gives us a first start. Right? It gives us a first start. You will be surprised to know. As I spoke earlier about my relationship for 5 years, in which I know that it was not healthy, but somehow I was holding on to it. Not sure why I was doing it, but I was trying to hold on to it, even though some of my sisters say let it go. It's not going anywhere. Right? I know in myself, deep in myself, that it's not going anywhere. But I was still trying. CDTV said, haven't had any alcohol since Christmas. I am drinking some beer now. When you want some? Yes, I'm drinking a beer. You can grab something and just drink something and enjoy yourself on my life. Right? So, it says, yes, I was in that relationship for 5 years and it was not going anywhere. And guess what? I was just trying to hold on to it. Sometimes you want somebody as a little comfort, so you try to hold on to certain stuff. No, let go. Right? I know it was not healthy and it was killing me, but I was trying to hold on to it just the same. CDTV say, I'm not a drinker per se. Oh, jeez. Okay, we know. Have to be in the mood to have a drink. Yeah. You will have a drink. It's okay for you to have a drink, Okay for you to drink a beer. Drink something. It's okay. You work. And you're tired and you come home. You sip a little wine, you sip a beer, you sip some rum cream. And guess what? You relax. And you go to your bed. Nothing isn't wrong. But when you overdo it, that's when the problem comes in. That's going to become toxic. Right? A lot of persons don't know, but when you overdrink and you become an addict, that's when the toxic situation comes in. Shireen says, CDE, I like the rum too. Yes, you do. But it's like talking to yourself, and I don't like that kind of conversation. Yes, you talk to yourself, but sometimes it's good for you to talk to yourself though, You talk to yourself just to clear the ear. When I'm by myself, sometimes I will say, okay, Prissy, Shauna, what are you going to do now? You talk to yourself and you will get some answer. You're not crazy. You're not crazy, but guess what? You're just talking to yourself. I have never drink to get drunk. No, you drink to get nice, but not to get drunk. Shireen says, my kind of drinking, that too, CD. Yes, alright, I like it. Alright, so, after getting rid of all the toxic situation, you'll be firm and you decide, say, hey, I cannot take it anymore, so I'm going to get rid of it. Guess what? What's the next thing for you to do? Somebody can tell me, what do you think it is the next thing for you to do? Right? Yes, what are you going to do now? TDTV says, Sherry, you can talk to yourself all you want. The only thing to ensure that you never answer. But I answer myself all the while and I'm not crazy. Right? Bill Cross say, yeah, prayer can remove all things. You can give yourself some answer, but you have to be careful how you do it. Like you say, okay, what am I going to wear today? And you say, all right, me wear the green dress. You talk and you answer. Right? Donald says, talk to yourself is okay, is when yourself start answer back. When yourself start answer back, you run because something else is here, right? You're not speaking to yourself. Alright, so after removing the toxic situation, right? What are you going to do? It gives you a fresh start. Now you get a fresh start. You ever see a tree that is pushing up new leaves, and when you watch certain stuff and you get your house and you paint the house and everything is just fresh, everything gets fresh, right? So after you do all that you should, now you are going to start fresh, right? No way you can get everything that is negative from there and still you just go back dry. No, it's going to take its time and it's going to come back in little by little. It's going to take its time gradually, daily by daily, and it's going to work itself in. No, what you're going to do, you're going to try and start afresh. Start afresh. Whether it be your lifestyle, people, friends, food, drink, job, or attitude. You have to start fresh. You have some job in which is so toxic. You cannot move every so you get your money. It's like everything just disappears, vanishes. Your stress. Leave that job. Try and get something. You get something first, then you leave that job because it's not good for you. Right? It's not good for you. I like your conversation, guys. Continue. It's not good for you. Right? So guess what? No. You have your lifestyle, your daily thing that you do, which is toxic, you let it go. People, you have so many people, so many friends that don't like you, but guess what? They work their way in your life like they're your friends and they're toxic. Remove them. You will know them. So by the time you hear about the sheep in wolf clothing, they come pretending like they're sheep but they're wolf, you will know them. Right? So you have to open your eyes and you will know who are toxic from who are not. Right? And try and get them out. You drink your 1 and 2 beer like what I'm doing now. My beer like what I'm doing now. Right, but guess what? You don't want to drink a 10 beer for the day. No, you can have your 1, 2 beer. That's okay. Right, but when you start to indulge in it and get yourself into it every day, 10 bottles, 6 bottles, that's when it is wrong. Right, you also have toxic attitude, you know. Tell me now, you have some very toxic attitude. Sometimes you're in a particular environment and you're trying to display some good attitude, and somehow the attitude just kick in, which is not good, right? And it turns off so many people. Sometimes you're beside someone who can give you a job, and guess what? Because of your attitude, your toxic attitude, your bad attitude, you don't get that job, because guess what? The person is listening to you, what you're saying, and then tomorrow you go, and you never realize that that's the same person who's going to employ you. The person was listening to everything you're saying, and the person decided, hey, I don't want that person into my company, into my business. So guess what? Sometimes your attitude is toxic. So you try and get rid of those stuff also. Charlene says, nurse the one throughout the day. Yes. Right. Steve McAlpin says, starting all over again. Gonna be rough, but we're going to have to make it. Yes, sometimes it's hard to start over. Right? It's hard to start over, people. You've worked so many things and you have accomplished so many stuff, but guess what? It's toxic. You have to let it go. It is hard to start over, but sometimes it is worth it. Start from scratch. It is worth it. It is better for you to be happy than for you to be in a toxic situation which is not leading you anywhere and you're not happy. Right? So it is hard to start over, but it is better it is healthier, and it is good, right? So guess what? You start over. Yes, Steve, it is hard, but sometimes you have to start over. Oh, it's running now. Of course, Inspiring Charm, thank you for stopping by. Thank you, everyone. Inspiring Charm is leaving, so let us just wish her a wonderful evening. Thank you. Okay, so as I said before, you have to do that, right? It's hard to start over, but sometimes it is the best thing. So we're getting down, and I have like 10 more minutes to go, so let me get into it. All right, so we go some places which is just not good for us, which are on our lifestyle, but guess what? We continue going to the same places even though we know it's not good for us, right? Stop going. We know it's not good for us, but guess what? We continue going, and it's not good for us. Stop going. Go to the church, ask for prayer. That's where we should go, and guess what? We will feel better, right? So we don't want to go to places every day in which we know which is not good for us, and we continue going. No, let us leave it. Let us push them aside. Let's stop going, right? So Shireen says it feels hard to start over, but in reality it is much easier than we think. We just need to make the first step. Yes, my God, guess what, people? Sometimes you accomplish some stuff that, you know, over 10 years you have so much stuff. You have accomplished so much stuff, and guess what? Because you have to start over, it is hard. But guess what? You don't want to make the first step. But guess what? Move your right, then your left. Right? You're welcome, Inspiring Charm. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. It is hard to make that first step, but guess what? It is worth it. It is better for you to start over than to be in a toxic situation for 10 years, for 20 years. Right? It is better to start over. Just start over. Start over. Get it over with. It is the best thing, right? Okay, Inspiring Charm said good night, guys. Everyone, let us say good night. Inspiring Charm. Brissette says, speaking from an experience, starting over is hard, but it's just to let go and let God, and you will make it. Of course, right? So a lot of persons are experienced when it comes on to starting over. It is not good, right? Good night, yes. It is not good, so let us let go, and let God, right? And we go further down, and it says, type of toxic situation. You have people, you have a lot of people, you know. It can be very hard sometimes to remove toxic people, right? That will never change. You have them in your life over years, but guess what? They will never change. Toxic people won't change. You have some persons who know they're toxic and they just go around and put yourself in toxic situation and toxic people lifestyle, everybody lifestyle. Because guess what? They won't change. Right? Steve says, the truth is only an insane person does the same thing over and over expecting different results. Of course. Right? Only insane person will do the same something over and over and expect different results. If you're doing it over and over, you're going to get the same result. Right? You're going to get the same result. So sometimes the people are in our lives and they're toxic and they don't want to go. They decide that, guess what? They're planted here and they are going to stay here. Let no one think they're planted in your life who are toxic. Allow good people to be planted in your lives. So if they're planted, you get one fork or you get a shovel and you dig them up. And what you do, you throw them away. Right? You do not want anyone that thinks they're planted or they're grounded in your life and they're toxic. No, you remove them out of your life. Because guess what? Eventually, they're toxic. They want to do the same thing for you. So you can't toxic somebody else's life. Right? So you take them out of your life. And in doing that, you will just feel afresh. Right? You will feel refreshed and rejuvenated and relaxed and active, and you will feel like you can move mountain, and when you wake up in the morning you feel like you can accomplish a lot of stuff. right? Building across a good night in Sir and Charm. Shireen says, with God, all things are possible. Charlene says, LOL. Dig them out, yes, throw them away and dash for the key. Steve said, it may hurt like hell, but you will be healed by heaven. Of course, you will be healed. Fiona says, good night, inspiring charm. CDTV says, anyone here live in the US or Canada? Yes, inspiring charm live in US. CDTV, she does. Right? Inspiring charm lives, and Chevelle Blackburn also lives in, I guess she lives in Canada or England. Right? A lot of persons from Jamaica here, but some persons who are overseas also are here. Alright, so that goes down further. So sometimes you have some close friends where stick to you and they're toxic. Let them go, man. Let them go. Let them go. That boyfriend, let him go. That husband, let him go. Right? I've been married. I am still married, guys. Right? I've been married from I was 22. And now I am 16. And now I am this old now. This, you know? And come on. I've been in that relationship for years and it's toxic. You let them go. Because sometimes when you're in a relationship and you're not happy, the next person may be happy and you're keeping down the person because you're toxic. You don't want to allow the person to become toxic. Let go the person. Let the good person go and find something fresh. Until you figure out yourself. Until you figure out what you want to do with yourself. And you gain back yourself. Because it's a process, you know. Everything is a process. And sometimes it takes step by step for you to get back yourself. Right? And ourselves is important because we only have one body. And we want to ensure that with this one body is well taken care of. Fiona say, let him go, Prissy. Yes, man, let him go long time. Let him go. Steve says CDTV need to link up, peeps. Of course, Steve, visit him. Visit him and keep the thing active. Yes, man. Brian Inspiration say true. Brian Inspiration is also here. Building Across is here. You guys can connect because you guys do the same content. Inspiration, God, the topic. You guys can connect and you can be friends. CDTV is here. You guys connect and be friends. Right? So you get rid of those. Sometimes, guess what? We don't want to hear this, you know. Listen this, guys. Listen this. Right? Sometimes you have some family members who are so toxic too. And guess what? They just want to take from you, take from you, take from you, take from you. And they don't want to give you anything. Every day they take, they take, they take, they take, they take. CDTV is saying, I'm looking for the person to support my business. Oh, that person's here. We remember, you know, we're doing this Chit Chat Wednesday every Wednesday. So you can connect and you will meet the right person. Right? You will meet the right person. So as I was saying, you have some family members who are toxic too. Thank God, my family who are close to me, they're not toxic. And I give God thanks for that because they help me instead of pulling me down. Right? Charlene says, what's your business? Right? So you have some family members who just want to pull and pluck you down. They don't want to see you grow. They don't want to see you flourish. They don't want to see you succeed. They just want to pull you down, pull you down, pull you down, pull you down, pull you down. Remove those toxic family members from your lifestyle or from your situation. They are not healthy. Let go. Let go of them and everything will be better for you. Right? So you don't want to have toxic family member just a pull from you and they're not giving you or they're not adding anything to you, but they're just subtracting. Right? So you don't want that. So ensure that you remove toxic people, toxic family, toxic situation from your lifestyle. Guys, I'm going down and my time is almost up and I like how everyone is interacting and just being one family. Sometimes they show tantrums too, you know, because guess what? They don't want to come out, so they show tantrum. Because guess what? They think that they're the best thing for you, while you know deep within yourself, they are not. Right? Journey with Faith, thank you for joining. Same. right? You have to understand that so many things, some of us believe that only persons are toxic, only boyfriends or husbands. No, you have so many things which are toxic, and it's for us to just find out the toxic situations in our life, and we will move on, because it is all about us growing, right? For 2021, we all have our little thing in which we say, oh, when 2021 come, I want to get this, I want to get that, I want to get that, right? But if you stuck yourself in a toxic situation, then you won't accomplish what you should, right? So rid yourself of toxic situation. It is now 1 hour, so I'm wrapping up nicely, right? So remove your friends, remove family, remove job, remove anything that is food. You have toxic food too. We love food, but we know some of the time the foods can be so toxic. Remove the toxic food, remove everything, let go and let God, right? Let go, let God. Because when God is in the middle, when God is at the front, and when He's at the back, everything will be okay, right? I'm going to start ending my discussion with that, because guess what? It is the best thing, right? So create your list. After you remove everything, you create a list of the things you're going to add. Create a list of the things you're going to add to your life that's going to make your life better. So get your book and write what you want, and try and put them in your mind. Put them in your lifestyle daily, right? Put them in your lifestyle, and when you do that, guess what? You'll be surprised to know everything will change. Be patient with yourself. After you remove it, don't try and just rush and get everything. No, be patient with yourself, right? Take your baby steps. Get back your life. Take your baby steps. Be patient, and everything will work out. You will get rid of it in due time. You get rid of it already. But guess what? You're going to work, and you're going to take your time, and you're going to be patient to implement the new stuff that you want to put into your life. So take your baby step and do everything in order to improve and start over, right? That's what we're here to do. All right, try and find something to do so you don't have to put yourself into the same situation. Find something to do so you don't have to put yourself into the same situation, right? Find something different. If you used to do that, do the opposite. Do this, right? So we have come to the end of this Chit Chat Wednesday live. Remember, everyone, to share me out. Come and make friends. Come and just let us be a family. Let us have our discussion. I like everyone out there talking today. Journey with faces. Patience is one of the key to success. Of course, you want something, and because you can't wait, you rush. And when you rush, guess what? You lose it, because guess what? You never have the patience. You have to have patience. Be patient, right? Be patient. Take your baby steps. Work your way in. Try and get it. Work your way in. Little by little, it will all work out. And that's what we want in our life. So take your baby steps. Remove toxic situation. You will know them because sometimes they're visible, but we turn a close eye to them because we do not want to see them, right? So let us open our eyes, and they will be visible to us. All right, so this is the end of our Chit Chat Wednesday. Building Across says, true, no, he is that the trying of our faith worketh patience. Yes, the trying of our faith worketh patience. Yes, Journey says, journey with faces. Amen. Starting, climbing your ladder from the first step. Yes. Build across says, have faith and let go and let God. Yes. So remember, guys, to connect with each other, be friends, right? And I want to thank everyone for coming in. Remember to share me out with your friends for next week, Wednesday, so we can get some new persons in and we can just make friends. All right, so this is the end of my Chit Chat Wednesday live. Come again next week, share me out, invite someone to come in. And next week I will be having a giveaway. I am not going to say what, but I'm going to have something to give away. Alright, so invite someone in. That's the only way you're going to be able to enter into my competition, if you invite someone in. I don't want anyone who is here now. Yes, I know everyone who were here last week and who are here now. So tell me when you come on, just tell me the person you invite, and then you will get the chance to enter into my competition, my giveaway. All right, so we're gonna work our way a little by little with the giveaway, and then we try and get something big, right? So this is the end of my Chit Chat Wednesday. Thank you everyone for coming in. Bye. Bye everyone. Enjoy your dinner, enjoy your night, and be at peace. Remove your toxic situation and it will be better. Bye.